Hello, this is Sabika Syed and welcome to the print headlines. Raghav Chadha and 6 other AAP MPs joined BJP. Raghav Chadha and 6 other Aam Aadmi Party MPs today quit the party and joined the BJP. Besides Raghav Chadha, Rajya Sabha MP Sandeep Pathak, Ashok Mittal, Harbhajan Singh, Rajinder Gupta, Vikram Sahni and Swati Maliwal also quit the party. Addressing a press conference with Sandeep Pathak and Ashok Mittal, Mr. Chadha said, and I quote, "We have decided that we, the two-third members belonging to the AAP in Rajya Sabha, exercise the provisions of the Constitution of India and merge ourselves with the BJP. AAP reacts after Raghav Chadha's exit, calls MPs traitors. Soon after Chadha's announcement, AAP National Convener Arvind Kejriwal posted on Twitter, BJP has once again betrayed Punjab. AAP MP Sanjay Singh held a separate press conference calling the defecting MPs traitors. He said, and I quote, Punjab won't forget these 7 MPs. They have stabbed the people of Punjab in the back. He added, and I quote, to Modi and Amit Shah, I say, this despicable game that you have played with AAP and the people of Punjab, you too will never be forgiven by the people of Punjab. Opposition parties submit fresh notice seeking motion for removal of CEC Gyanesh Kumar. The opposition parties today submitted a fresh notice seeking motion for removal of Chief Election Commissioner Gyanesh Kumar on 9 charges. This is the second time the opposition members have moved such a notice. The notice was signed by 73 Rajya Sabha members from 11 opposition parties, including Congress leader Jairam Ramesh and TMC's Sagarika Ghosh. Guwahati High Court rejects Pawan Khera's anticipatory bail plea. The Guwahati High Court today rejected Congress leader Pawan Khera's anticipatory bail plea in connection with the case registered by Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife, Riniki Bhuyan Sharma, in the Assam Police Crime Branch against his claim that she possesses multiple passports and has foreign assets. Earlier on April 21, the Guwahati High Court had reserved its order on Congress leader Pawan Khera's anticipatory bail plea. NDA government wins Bihar trust vote in Assembly. The Bharatiya Janata Party-led National Democratic Alliance government in Bihar won the trust vote in the state assembly today by voice vote. Earlier, Chief Minister Samrat Chaudhary had moved the motion for a trust vote on the floor of the House. After a 90-minute debate involving opposition and ruling party leaders, Speaker Prem Kumar announced the passage of the confidence motion and congratulated the newly formed government. Supreme Court directs Uttar Pradesh DGP to form SIT to probe minors' rape and murder in Ghaziabad. The SIT will look into all the grievances raised by the victims' parents and also probe the role of 2 private hospitals which allegedly denied treatment to the victim, the bench said. Observing that the victim's parents were dissatisfied with the probe conducted by Ghaziabad police, a bench headed by Chief Justice Suryakant said the SIT should be notified preferably on Friday by 11 am on Saturday. Chief Justice of India hails record voter turnout in the first phase of West Bengal polls. At the start of the hearing for SIR, Chief Justice of India Suryakant expressed happiness over the high voter turnout in the first phase of West Bengal Assembly polls held yesterday. The Supreme Court today asked the appellate tribunals to give out of turn hearings to those who make out a case of urgent hearing for addition in voter lists after the SIR of rolls in West Bengal. High Court dismisses Delhi Police appeal against bail to Ishrat Jahan in Delhi riots case. A bench of Justices Naveen Chawla and Ravinder Dudeja dismissed an appeal by Delhi Police challenging the trial court's order dated March 14, 2022, saying relief was granted more than 4 years ago and there was no allegation that the accused violated the conditions of her bail. The Delhi High Court today refused to interfere with the trial court order granting bail to former Congress councillor Ishrat Jahan in a case concerning the larger conspiracy behind the February 2020 riots in the city's northeast area. Congress questions EC notice to Kharge alleges ulterior motives. The party objects to 24-hour deadline given to Mallikarjun Kharge to respond, describing it as insufficient given his ongoing election campaign engagements. The Congress wrote to the EC questioning the issuance of a show-cause notice to the party president Mallikarjun Kharge, alleging ulterior motives and a casual routine manner in the notice issued to Mr. Kharge. In a letter addressed to CIC Gyanesh Kumar and the 2 election commissioners, Congress General Secretary of Communications Jairam Ramesh flagged that 2 notices bearing the same reference number and date April 22 had been issued but signed by different officials with no clarity on whether one had been withdrawn. Activist Gurjeet Khalsa brought down from BSNL tower in Patiala after 560 days. Khalsa decided to come down after the Punjab government recently notified the anti-sacrilege law, the Jagat Jodh Sri Guru Granth Sahib Satkar Amendment Act 2026, which proposes stricter punishment including life imprisonment and a fine of up to 25 lakh rupees for any act of sacrilege against the Guru Granth Sahib. Activist Gurjeet Khalsa, who had been sitting atop a 400 feet BSNL tower for 560 days demanding stricter laws against sacrilege incidents in Punjab, was finally brought down today morning. Trump says US in no rush, but clock is ticking for Iran. US President Donald Trump said the United States is in no rush to end the war with Iran, but the clock is ticking for the Islamic country as a third American aircraft carrier arrived in West Asia. Iranian media reported blasts over the capital Tehran, a first since an increasingly tenuous ceasefire in the West Asia war came into effect 2 weeks ago. Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire extended by 3 weeks, says Trump. US President Donald Trump said Israel and Lebanon have agreed to extend a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah by 3 weeks after talks at the White House. Mr. Trump said that meeting between the Israeli and Lebanese ambassadors to the United States went very well. The meeting was the second high-level negotiation between the two countries since last week. The initial 10-day ceasefire, which took effect last Friday, had been due to expire on Monday. Iran Foreign Minister speaks to Pakistan military chief and Iraqi Kurdistan president. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi held phone calls with Pakistan's military chief Field Marshal Asim Munir and the country's top diplomat Ishrat Jahan as uncertainty remained over the future of peace talks with the United States. Araghchi also spoke to the president of Iraq's autonomous Kurdish region, Neshirvan Barzani, the foreign minister's official Telegram channel had posted. Pakistan has emerged as the lead mediator in efforts to end the US-Israeli war with Iran, but following a marathon first session of talks on April 11, Tehran has so far declined to send a delegation to Islamabad for a second round. US soldier charged after winning $400,000 betting on removal of Maduro. A US Special Forces soldier involved in the operation that captured Nicolas Maduro has been arrested. He allegedly placed bets on Polymarket using classified information before it became public. The US Department of Justice charged Gannon Ken Van Dyke, calling it illegal insider trading. A key suspect in the 2013 Tadamon massacre in Damascus has been arrested, Syria's interior minister said. Amjad Yusuf was identified as the main perpetrator in the mass killing of civilians. Footage from 2022 showed soldiers executing blindfolded victims, becoming key evidence of extrajudicial killings. Interior Minister Anas Khattab said Yusuf was detained after a well-executed operation. He was arrested in Hama province. EU formally approves Ukraine loan and 20th sanctions package against Russia. Economists had said Ukraine would start to run out of money by June if the EU loan was not disbursed by then. The European Union formally approved a €90 billion loan to Ukraine and new sanctions against Russia ahead of an informal summit of the bloc's leaders in Cyprus, which Ukrainian President Zelensky attended. The loan is set to cover two-thirds of Ukraine's needs for the next 2 years. South Korean prosecutors seek 30-year jail term for ex-President Yoon in drone case. South Korean prosecutors have sought a 30-year jail term for former President Yoon Suk-yeol today in a case alleging he ordered a drone operation over Pyongyang to help create a pretext for his December 2024 declaration of martial law. Yoon denies the charges against him, saying he had not taken any action that could trigger a military clash with North Korea. China's DeepSeek releases long-awaited new AI model. V4 supports a context length of 1 million tokens or small components of text, including words or punctuation, putting it on par with Google's Gemini. Norway to ban social media for those under 16. Norway said today it will present a bill this year, making it the latest country seeking to ban social networks for under 16-year-olds, adding that technology companies will be responsible for verifying the age of its users. The order said, "We are introducing this legislation because we want a childhood where children get to be children. Play, friendships and everyday life must not be taken over by algorithms and screens." US says it does not object to Iran playing in World Cup, but people with ties to IRGC won't be allowed. Marco Rubio said nothing from the US has told them that they can't come. President Donald Trump also said his administration would not want to affect the athletes. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said Washington had no objections to Iranian players participating in the 2026 FIFA World Cup, but he added that the players will not be allowed to bring with them people with ties to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps or IRGC. The 2026 Soccer World Cup is set to begin on June 11 across the United States, Mexico and Canada. That's all we have for you today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest.